Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all been? Glad you're all here. How's your mom and them? Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all been? Glad y'all came. Let the fun begin. We're so glad to see you came. If you weren't here, wouldn't be the same. Pretty sure it'd be pretty lame. Well, I'm pretty sure. Just saying. But you're all here. It's all good. We'll treat you like your mama would. We'll have fun. At least we should. We'd take you home if we could. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all been? Glad you're all here. How's your mom and them? Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all been? Glad y'all came. Let the fun begin. I'm gonna pick one now. It's been a spell, it's been a while. Sure is good to see you smile. Always did like your style. That's right, folks, don't touch that dial. 'Cause we ain't done, we ain't through. We got more in store for you. We'll get you singing, dancing too. We'd like to party. How about you? Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all been? Glad you're all here. How's your mom and them? Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all been? Glad y'all came. Hope you come again. Well, I'm glad y'all came. Hope you come again. How y'all doing? Enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, yeah. Foreverfest! How y'all doing out there at home? Can you hear me all right? I've got a group of cool people here hanging out with me tonight. We got Jamie and John. We got Pat Hayes in the wings. We got Jeremy Larson, Space Captain Rick, and behind the scenes, Bubba T, my brother Kurt, running the show here with me. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to play some music, and then we'll be back to talk a little bit more with you. The first song coming up here is going to be some music by Milk Walker. They recorded this at Stable Studios, and I just want to give a shout out to Chris and Jess out there at Stable Studios. Awesome place to play music, great home for music, and they supported these guys getting started, and so check them out. Here's a little Milk Walker coming at you in just a moment. And we're going to go with Hammer and the Hatchet. Milk Walker in a little bit.
Come from work all busted up. Got nothing else, can't give enough. I pull my records down off the shelf, spin them round. I turn them up to get drunk with the sound. I pour a shot for town, put the needle on her, sing along with God, have some wine with my girl. Back me up and me blue. No one sings those songs like you do. Back me up and me blue. Wake up in my recliner, record skipping on A minor. When she's with Grandma or the band, well, she's my cowgirl in the sand. I pour a shot for town, I put the needle on her, sing along with Guy, and have some wine with my girl. Back me up, Emmylou. No one sings those songs like you do. Back me up, Emmylou. Silver hair, simple smile, a voice like velvet. She just takes my pain away. Back me up, Emmylou. No one sings those songs like you do. Back me up, Emmylou.
All right. We are back, and that's a little bit loud in my ears, so I'm moving over here. So, yeah, we switched that up on you, a little hammer and the hatchet at the last second there. We are fortunate enough to have them here with us tonight. We've got Jamie and John.
Hey, folks.
They are just neighbors of mine now, and it's really awesome. We get to hang out a lot together. We have played music. We built a stage at the Holler.
That's right.
We have all kinds of good memories and good things going on still, including your new album. I have been listening to it over and over again. Just amazing. You know, there's every mood from the happiness and good times of Bailey Small Engine Repair. And I had a nice heartfelt cry to my heart. Like, it's just one of those songs that just moved me in the moment. So,
Jamie wrote a doozy on that one. That's
Yeah.
for sure. It's a great song.
Yeah. Well, we worked real hard on it. Actually, yesterday I got the email that the records are done. They're done, so they'll be here real soon.
awesome.
After the holiday, you'll be hearing a whole bunch about that.
And you can get those from your website. You
From
can
our
pre-order
website.
now, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You can order them now from the website. TheHammerandTheHatchet.com. I'm supposed to say that, I think.
There you go.
I'm so good at self-promotion.
It was really far out, too. I really like the harmonies. You guys
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
really
that.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity to be here on Forever Fest on the first one. Thanks, Spence.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging in there as I wing all this and throw it together today.
Love it. Love
It has been fun, but we've had a little bit of work to do today, and I think we're here. I think it's working, so always room to go up, but at least we're on. So
That's right.
recently I've been working over in Nashville at Mike's Music and Dance Barn, and it's been kind of difficult because we can't be open, but we've managed to have a few things kind of going on around there. And last weekend we had a reunion for Merry Pranksters. And since we couldn't all get together in close quarters, it was all a virtual event. So a few musicians, including the Hammer and the Hatchet. We also got lucky enough to have Dancin' Chuck. He actually caught the story of Mike's Dance Barn from Mike the way that I was trying to, but not able to because I just don't know how to use a camera the way he does. And so he put together the story of Mike's Dance Barn in Mike's own words, along with some footage of the venue. And then after that, Mike stayed up till almost 2 in the morning that night so he could play sax with John Welton and the Awakening. And it was super cool to see the melding of the two cultures and people, and they got along so well. And the bass player from John Welton, Jono, actually fixed Mike's saxophone after a long time of trying to get it repaired, having it broken, not working right, getting it repaired and making it worse. Now it works, and it's awesome. So we're going to show you a video, and we'll be back here in a few.
Mike's great.
I'd looked for property all over the place, venue place, and oh well, my name is Mike Robertson, and this is actually part of the family farm that I grew up on, this field where I built the place, and I was looking for a place to put in a music venue, and I'd looked for property all over the place, and my dad says, well, son, why don't you take that field out front? And so it was given to me. And then I bought a Wood-Mizer, a sawmill, one-man sawmill, and I had that on hand, and my intention was to cut trees off the farm. But mostly we got white oaks. That would have been a rough job. So a guy named Rumpke, which is a trash business, bought a place on the south side of Bloomington that was an old quarry, and he was going to use it as a transfer station, and he cut all the trees down. It had been there for years, so I heard about it, and there was 4 big piles of logs. Excuse me. And he wanted you to bid on it, and the deal was take them all. You don't leave anything. Excuse me. And so I looked at it, and there was poplar, but there was also sycamore, cottonwood. So I was going to have to haul all that. So I said, well, I can give you $1,000. And the guy says, you just bought them. So I got them hauled home. It cost me almost $3,000 to move them from Monroe County to here. But just the frame package to go around the building in store-bought lumber was about $2,400. We were talking 20 years ago. So that's how it's all started. I just got them a big pile of logs, and I started cutting with that Wood-Mizer. And my family and sons and some neighbor kids, we all started framing them up, stood them up green, and that's how we built it. Now the floor is all Indiana red oak, and it had to be dried and tongue and grooved, so I had to buy that. So, but most of the wood in this place is sawed right out here on the property. So in time we had a dance hall here, then opened up in 97, January 1st, 97. So been here since then. I've met a lot of nice people. People have met here that fell in love here and had their wedding reception here. So it's just been an interesting time, and I enjoyed it, and it gave me a place to play music. So
all right.
Pretty much my story.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. It was a beautiful story. Thank you, sir.
Long gone now, but
Yeah.
he said, I got one in there for you. So he told me the price. I said, no, there's no way. I said, well, go back here and play it.
I'm gonna set this on the floor so we get a better shot.
Oh, yeah.
No worries.
So, yeah, I didn't want to think it. So,
Snuck up. Look at that.
go back here and play it. So I sat on a stool in his repair room and played it for an hour. All right, I gotta have it.
Right.
So that's what one cost in the 60s.
Right. Yeah. And now what do they sell for? 10, 20,000?
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
And
You got
everybody
one
wants them.
Yeah.
That's what's funny.
And when I swapped it in at another music store, I swapped my Yamaha tenor, which was a permanent nice one,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave me 2,000, he said, on the Mark 6.
Right.
And I thought, well, heck, that's not bad. I paid $600 for it.
He
I
is said,
went back there and I said, what happened to that Mark 6? He says, oh, that went out that same day.
The same
I
day.
said, I gotta wait for this. I said, now you tell me.
Well, that was like, I walked in and this girl came in and lift your C sharp real quick. Lift it up. Drop it. Lift it.
Thought you were supposed to do that with a dollar bill.
No. I don't trust those things. I don't know where those dollar bills have been. All right, look.
I can tell you where some of them might have.
Let's see, put them there. Does it work now?
Yeah.
I fixed it.
You fixed it. That's E. That's D. I'll tell you.
Taking the beating from life lately. Maybe I deserve it, and I'll make my share of mistakes, and I'm far away from perfect. So maybe I've got a condemned debt that I just haven't paid off yet. I got to pay my debts. I never meant to send so many rubber chats. I've been searching for something, but I don't know how to find it. I'm not sure what it is, but I think I'm right behind it. It always seems just beyond my grasp. Sometimes I can't help but ask, why me? Whoa, I guess I know what it's all about. Just when I'm on the way down and out. Sometimes you got to lose it all just to see what's left. Sometimes you got to nearly die to see you're not dead yet. You might have to open your eyes just to see that you're blind. And I don't know what all of this means, just some things on my mind. Got a whole lot of on my procrastination. Soon as I get around to working on my lack of motivation, I know that there should be nothing to it. All I gotta do is get up and do it. Yeah. With all my thoughts spinning round and round, there's no kind of progress to be found. Now, I've been racking my brain lately, trying to organize it. Seems to make it more complicated when I overanalyze it. I check the places that they tell you to look, the self-help and metaphysical books. Yeah, I just read them all, read them all. Well, I can read every book on the shelf, but the answer gonna come from within myself. Sometimes you got to lose it all just to see what's left. Sometimes you got to nearly die to see you're not dead yet. You might have to open your eyes just to find you've been blind all this time. And I don't know what all of this means, just some things on my mind. Yeah, sometimes you got to lose it all just to see what's left. Yeah, sometimes you got to nearly die to see you're not dead yet. You might have to open your eyes just to find you've been blind all this time. And I don't know what all of this means. What does it mean, Jeff? What does it mean? Got so many. I got a lot. No one, I don't even really have that many. Got so many things on my mind. I've got so many things on my mind.
Hey, that thing sounds pretty good.
Man, you must have had a real genius work on that saxophone.
All right, we are back. That was John Welton and the Awakening with Mike Robertson on saxophone there. That, heck yeah. We all played there last weekend at Mike's Dance Barn for the Twanger Plunker reunion. Live streamed that out.
And
we
Jono
got a bass player in
from
Cleveland.
that band, he jumped up and played with us, and he nailed it. It was great. So, you know, I know who to call when he's in town. I'm on my phone. I'm sharing this thing with everybody. I don't know what y'all are doing, but share this event. And, you know, tell your friends that Forever Fest has started, and it's going on forever now.
Forever.
Never going to end.
It's going to be great. Lots of live music, lots of great bands I know that have contributed to this. And Spence has done a lot of the recording and video. I know Kurt's helped gather in this material. Some of it has been recent. Some of it seems like it's maybe from a year or so ago. But it's all wonderful stuff. It's going to be really great. I'm excited to be here, you know.
What up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Spence, and everybody for putting this together. Everybody out there is really needing this. We all need some music. We We need some positive vibes in our life, people like-minded who want to have a good time. And we all know music makes us feel better, does good things to us. But you guys sounded awesome on your set on there. And we were just talking about the challenges and how much fun it is to be playing with just to be jamming on stage and all of a sudden have somebody step up there and you're not sure if they're going to be able to get along with your your own music that you put your heart and soul into. And we're talking about this cat steps up there with his bass, and he took it away and was able to have a good time with you guys.
Right, that's exactly Jono there from Cleveland that was in that last band there. He did a great job for us, and just like Mike, who had a great story about Mike's Dance Barn. Mike is such a wonderful individual, and then he just stepped up with those guys in their encore, I'm assuming, and just knocked it out of the park.
He was smoking that.
Yeah, he was
I've
great.
seen him do
Real
that.
good.
I've seen him do that with
Wow.
Chicago Farmer. I've seen him do that with Buffalo Lobs and the Price Hill Hustle. I've seen him do that with Eric Lambert and Pat Otto. He'll come up and just hit it right out of the park. Mike, he's a sleeper.
Yeah, and that venue out there is really wonderful.
That was a very impressive tone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there was also I wanted to thank Spence for putting together that the Twanger Plunker thing and keeping everybody distanced, all the mics covered up and swapped out, and everybody safe. I know that was like not easy for you. You were like wrangling cats over there. I was so proud. You nailed it. I was gonna have him follow me around the stage.
He's good.
I had a lot of help out there.
Ramsey ran sound out there. He did
Yeah.
a great job.
Chris Ramsey's a master and a pro, and
Sure is.
he brought the special
There he
spray
is.
that you can use on your
There
microphone.
you go.
And he can tell you exactly what it's made out of, and I can't remember, but it's different and it doesn't hurt the microphones. And then he has an individual mask that goes on each one, basically
Yeah,
a little
little-
sock that's disposable. So
If anybody
Very
would
cool.
be able to get that together like that to that level, it would be Ramsey.
yeah,
He was
King
wonderful.
Snake Audio is awesome.
Cool.
Well, we're going to play another song here, and this one is a video that Kurt actually put some graphics to. That's an audio file that is a cover. Worst description ever. It's Good Lovin', and it's from Dead Roses, which happens to be Space Captain Rick, Reverend Pat Hayes behind me here. We were out at Hood Holler, where Jamie and John live, and man, we had a good time. We got Craig Thurston, we had Danny Deckard, we had Kirby Hamill.
That was just a great weekend. That whole
Man.
weekend was very nice.
Cold, but nice.
Chilly, but it was all right.
Everybody vibing. Yeah, you kept everybody
I remember Friday
Chris-
was a
Chris.
challenge. I remember Friday was a particular challenge
my
with
God.
the rain.
Just
the
keep
bugs were
moving,
bad.
just keep-
That's what I love about it. Cold enough that the bugs were
You
Yeah.
got a stage and you got a song for it, huh? You gonna play
Here we
something,
go.
huh?
We're going to play the song now. Transfer it over.
Thank
Kentuckiana Blues Society is the best in the world, and this song is about our experience in Louisville. We walked downtown and had a beer. We walked downtown and had a beer. Some junkies followed us home. They scoped out all the gear. One night in Louisville. One night in Louisville. One night in Louisville. One night in Louisville. One night in Louisville, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. Tell 'em about it, man. When you took my blues and guitar, yeah, you took my blues and guitar. Now I ain't got true story.
Rock me, baby. Rock me all night long.
Jeff Shue on the bass, ladies and gentlemen. And the fabulous Sarah blowing it out.
just don't work.
Welcome to the parking lot, Jan,
Broadcasting live from 3D Painting. Our best friend here, Pat Hayes, not only is an amazing musician, but he's a hardworking man.
That's right.
And he's got a partner named Jared, and they can paint anything you need, and they'll do an awesome job. So if you need something painted, call 3D Painting.
And the best part is, he doesn't even need a ladder.
That's right.
This dude stands up, his head goes through the ceiling, so we had to make sure he's sitting down right.
Yeah, I always do the cut and in on the bottom when we're painting, and you always do
I
the
can't
top,
reach that
so
part.
I can't really do that part anymore, so. Anyway, thanks for
Oh,
letting me
thank
set
you.
up here.
Yeah, for sure. You're welcome.
Broadcast studio for.
Soundboard Street.
This is
Stream
really fun.
Studio right now.
Yeah, soundboardstreams.com. We are live from Bloomington, Indiana on Foreverfest. Sorry, I had to throw that out there because it's fun to say. We also want to give a big shout out to Pappy Hondo. Had house concerts at Hondo's. It's a really, really cool concept. So it's small and awesome and separated out by 15-foot squares painted on the ground so everybody can be outside, socially distant, safe. The music is very peaceful and amazing, and he likes to bring in people from everywhere to play there. And the deal is you get 100% of the donations to the artist. He has a porta potty, and he's got a hand washing station, and everybody is really chill, and they stay away from each other and do their thing without causing problems. So what I really want to mention, though, is if you're an artist and you want to play house concerts at Hondo's, then reach out to him on Facebook, Pappy Hondo, and talk to him. He's really cool. So anyway, shout out to Hondo, and we'll have him on the air next time.
Yeah, and thank you to Hondo for supporting the cause. Spence, a lot of people put a lot of time in this effort, and it's good to have somebody like him step up and support it. And we're looking for anybody else who likes what they see and want to keep this going. So anybody can donate right now. Anybody can go online and go to soundboardstreams.com and make a donation just for the cause. We're looking for businesses who want to come out and get their name shout out every time we do this. So we're going to keep it going. It's only going to get bigger and better. Everybody needs this. We need these local musicians to be heard. We need them to have a platform so that people can see what they got going on, and we all need it. Lord knows we could all use some live music to keep our souls satisfied. That's what we're all looking for right now.
We've even got some spoken word and soundscapes, and we've got an exclusive recipe from Chef Allison. So, anything that really inspires you, if you want to be part of the show, you just reach out to us, and we'll find a way to make that connection. And really just looking to promote the local music and art scene, connect with all these awesome friends of mine, make some music, play some music, talk about art, whatever it is. So look forward to many, many episodes every Saturday at 7. And if you can, there's the donation QR code in the corner of the screen there. Anything you can give would help. Anybody who can donate $5 or more gets a free Foreverfest sticker. And just make sure you let me know where to send that. So you can also do local pickup at any number of businesses here in town if you just tell me what you need. So they're super cool. Do you know who designed all the logos for this stuff? Have you met Jordan yet?
I've met Jordan online on a couple.
That is the
couple
quarantine,
Zoom
right?
chats
Yeah.
that we've had. So yeah, I feel like I know Jordan, but I'm not got to shake his hand. I can't shake anybody's hand right now. I'd like to shake everybody's air hand and say what up, because we all could use some hugs. And here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jordan Rader designed the artwork for Carpenter and Clerk's latest album, Give It Up, and that's how I got to know him. So go out and check out Carpenter and Clerk. They've got a couple albums out, and I've seriously listened to them hundreds of times, a little bit obsessed. I enjoy the wittiness. I enjoy the music, the juxtaposition of some of the lyrics seem a little darker than the music sounds, and so it's just really fun the way Tim and Scott play with the music and the words. So Carpenter and Clerk. Got off track here. What were we talking about?
Well, one theme we keep hitting on is connecting people. We're keeping artists and definitely the people who love the music, which is who doesn't? I mean, everybody loves music, everybody needs music, but the other part of that equation is the venues and they're all pretty much hurting right now because the Bluebird, Mike's Dance Barn, the Porthole, these guys cannot, unfortunately, have people in there having a good time like we normally would, and so we want to give a shout out to them. Yeah. And I know Stable Studios, I'm forgetting a couple, but there's
Orbit
several.
Room.
Absolutely.
Jefferson Street Music Studio. Ben is awesome, and the operation he's got going on there is just really cool. It's all family oriented, all kinds of students and music classes and anything and everything. Right now they are still running some solo stuff there, so yeah, I encourage you to reach out to Ben Fowler and Jefferson Street Music Studio and just find out what he can do for you.
Right, just because you can't go there, don't forget about these people. We're
Yeah,
gonna
what
need
about
them
the-
again for sure when we can. So
What about the Blockhouse?
The Blockhouse,
Yeah.
Dude, that
sure,
place
yeah.
is rolling with really great honky tonk night and everything.
Yeah, the Blockhouse has an awesome honky tonk, and the Blockhouse Studio is where Matt recorded his last album, Otto and the Moaners. So they're on our list of awesome sponsors. And speaking of which, the last few videos were from the parking lot of the Porthole Inn out in Unionville near Lake Lemon. And I got a chance to talk to Joel, the owner there, and he gave me the history, the story of the Porthole Inn. And we've got a video of it we're going to pull up here in just a minute, and I'll let him use his own words. And on the way home from there, I thought I should get some video of the lake and the sun setting, and I just happened to get to a spot in the road where it's really clear and it's beautiful, and I can see the sun coming down. And I get really great shots of everything. And as I put the camera away and I turn back to look, a bald eagle flies right past me, and it was like, oh, I just put the camera away, but you can't spend your life waiting for every shot, so.
we believe you, man. It was there. We saw
Yeah,
it
we
too.
believe you.
He was this big, I promise.
Wait a second.
Spent many a beautiful evening down at the lake at the Porthole.
Lake of Le Mans.
Hi everybody, I'm Joel Cohen. I am the owner of the famous Porthole Inn in Unionville, Indiana. And I want to take a minute here and tell you a little bit about the history of this incredible place. We're very blessed, my wife and I, Dina, to be the owners. The Porthole goes back into the 1920s. This place has survived some world wars, it's survived the Vietnam War. It's actually been around for a long time. It started out as an old brothel. And from there, it actually went into the John Dillinger days. John Dillinger and his gang actually used to hide Prohibition whiskey down in the basement. When this place had a basement, they used to practice gun shooting in the back of this building. A lot of history to this place. From there, it's always been a bar, and it's always been a music scene. So people used to come from all over the place, and this is how we got the name Roadhouse. So this is actually an authentic roadhouse. There's probably like 10 of these left in the whole state of Indiana. And this one sits on beautiful Lake Lemon. But it was here way before Lake Lemon. So the history goes on. During the wars, it sat empty. Finally, it was bought back into the 40s by the Inman family. And it was actually an Italian villa called Nick and Rosie's Italian Villa, where the music scene started back up. And we had some famous people that started here. One would be Bobby Helms. So Bobby Helms used to come here before he became world famous Bobby Helms, and that's why his picture's on the wall. Butch Robinson, Woody Houston. This is before the Porthole. Really, back in the day, there was nothing but, there was no rock and roll. Rock and roll was actually becoming something new. It really didn't get started until the 50s. So in the 30s and 40s, it was pretty much all country. So this was a country bar that had a lot of famous country people that came through here, played here. Some people became famous. Then from there, rock and roll moved on. We had a lot of bands come through here. So many great people have come through here, paved the way for a lot of other musicians. So that's why the history of this place is so important. John Mellencamp used to play here a lot from Seymour before he became world famous John Mellencamp. Obviously, he doesn't play here anymore. But we've had so many musicians come through here. In 1953, the lake was developed, and Lake Lemon and the Porthole became one. When Tom Lemon, the mayor, flooded this, and Lake Lemon became the main water supply for Bloomington. The Porthole moved on, and then in 1957 it was bought by Leon Benson and John Hayes, and it actually became the Porthole Inn. And it has actually stayed here since 1957, and it's had several different owners. Richard and Karen Holcraft owned it for 27 years. Then Tom and Rob Sands owned it, and actually the Sands brothers still have a little bit of interest in it with me and Dina. And from here, it is now a restaurant music venue. And basically the Porthole Inn has survived so many tragedies. It burned down in 2008, it was arson. And here we are out here today out in the parking lot having a blast with everybody, and the music scene is going to continue even through this pandemic. So a little bit of history about a famous place that's in southern Indiana. This is by far southern Indiana's oldest live music venue, and we're all proud of it, and so many great people play here, and I'm hoping that so many people even after I'm gone, this place continues and so many great musicians play on. So come on out, Unionville, Indiana, South Shore Drive. We have great food. We're known for our food, and we're known for our live music. So I hope to see everybody. If you haven't come out, I hope I get to meet you one day. Thank you again, Joel Cohen.
I don't miss you, baby. I already know. I don't miss you, baby. I love you, baby. No te extraño, nena. Sabes que es verdad. No te extraño, nena. No te puedo engañar. No te extraño, nena. Solo tu forma de amar. Solo quiero saber si te encuentras bien, si quieres un vinito o tal vez un café o tal vez un masajito para sacarte el estrés. Pero te digo que te amo, bebé. I don't miss you, babe. I know in my soul. I don't miss you, babe. I already know. I don't miss you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you, baby.
We're coming live from Mike's Dance Barn here in Nashville, Indiana. I just want to say have a great Saturday, everybody.
Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Papa sing, got at your boo. Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Papa sing, got at your boo. Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Papa sing, got at your boo. Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Got at your boo, and you keep on drinking too. Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Papa sing, got at your boo. Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Papa sing, got at your boo too. Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Papa sing, got at your boo. Mama sing, sing what you got at your boo. Got at your boo to keep on drinking too. Got at your boo. 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 Mama sing, sing, what you got at your boo? Papa sing, got at your boo. Got at your boo. Mama sing, sing, what you got at your boo? Papa sing, got at your boo too. Got at your boo. Mama sing, sing, what you got at your boo? Papa sing, got at your boo. Got at your boo. Mama sing, sing, what you got at your boo? Got at your boo, and you keep on drinking. Got at your boo. 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 When I jumped off, I had a bucket full of thoughts. When I first jumped off, I had a bucket in my hand. Ideas that would take me all around the world. I stood and watched the smoke behind a mountain curl. It took me a long time to get back on the train. Now I'm gone and I'll never look back again. I'm gone and I'll never look back at all. You know I never look back again. It turned my face into the howling wind. It took me a long time to get back on the train. See my face in the town that's flashing by. See me standing at the station in the rain. See me running there inside the car. You know, I left it all behind, yet I traveled far. It took me a long time to get back on the train. When I jumped off, I had a bucket full of thoughts. When I first jumped off, I had a bucket in my hand. And it would take me all around the world. I stood and watched the smoke behind a mountain curl. It took me a long time to get back on the train.
We are back.
Hey.
I hope you enjoyed that music that was free from Mike's Music and Dance Barn at the Merry Prankster reunion. Big shout out to Judith and Chris and Mike Buck and all the bands that played there. And now I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about everything else going on here tonight.
What's up, everybody? Thanks again for tuning in and checking us out and what we have to offer. Thanks again for the Hammer and the Hatchet for being with us tonight and introducing their video and talking a little bit about what they've got going on. And once again, we're just here to kind of keep things going, spread the word about live music in the area to come. And for now, this is as good as it gets. We are offering music that was recorded live very recently at local venues, and we're offering it to you so you can check it out and see what's up, and local musicians like these guys right here. And do you guys have any upcoming events or any gigs that you're going to be where people can check you out?
Fourth Sunday we'll be at Story Inn from 3 to 6 for sure every month. And then just pay attention to our website. We're posting our events as they come up. I think we're going to have a Bryan Park concert series this summer.
We're working on it.
Everything's, up in the air. So just kind of tune in, pay attention, and we'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
Until then, watch
maybe we can get you back
Forever
out to
Fest.
Hondo's, one of our sponsors. Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'd love.
You guys are familiar with that place and said it was super awesome and
wonderful place.
I'd like to check it out. Everybody else, especially musicians, if you want to book a gig out there.
I can't encourage it enough for people to get a hold of Pappy and Hondo and, schedule your event. Get a hold of him, talk to him, because he wants to work with people and support us. And why not?
Right.
Why not?
Right.
Well, folks, it's been a pleasure. We're going to have to head on down the happy trails ourselves, but Spence and Kurt and you guys, it's been wonderful to be on the ride with you. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Patrick.
appreciate it for sure.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Great sharing the music, and I'm sure we'll be around again, man.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah, local musicians, Hammer and the Hatchet. Thanks for showing up and supporting the cause, and everybody support these guys and everybody else who's trying to do good. And that's
We
right.
got a lot going on coming out from the Hammer and the Hatchet,
Yeah,
so
we got
stay
a lot of
tuned.
stuff
A lot of fun stuff happening around. So
That's right.
thank you so
Peace,
much.
guys. Thanks for coming in.
Safe night.
Patrick,
Talk to you
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Pleasure.
Captain
See you
Rick.
guys.
Travel safely.
Yep.
Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. It was awesome having them in the studio here. And we got Pat and Rick. We're all just chilling, and we're enjoying the music just like you are. Man, we'd love to be at a festival right now, just jamming out, dancing.
Miss that stuff.
That's right. I was telling my wife earlier, I miss that one guy who always shows up at the festival, the offbeat clapper guy. You know what I'm saying?
We love the offbeat clapper.
Yeah, musicians especially love the offbeat clapper guy because
Oh,
there's that,
thank you, sir.
yeah, well, there's that moment where whether they're invited to or not, the audience feels compelled to start awkwardly clapping to the beat of the song, and sometimes it's encouraged, sometimes it just happens. But there's always that guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
That guy, like seriously, dude, you're like,
dude.
like how do you do that? And he somehow happens to be not only the worst but the loudest clapper,
His enthusiasm,
Yes.
Very passionate about it.
outweighs
There's
his
one at every
sense
show,
of
and I
humor.
happen to sit right next to that mofo every time. So if anybody can relate, that guy or the dude who sits in front of you with the giant hat that can't see around, or the dude who's like 6 foot, 6'6" with dreadlocks, so with a giant cloud of incense and things so you can't see. So, but there's one at every show, but they're there to have a good time just like we are. And
Absolutely.
good vibes for everybody. So
Every time.
We want to give a big shout out to all you who've made donations and say thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Your
Thank
donation
you.
helps
Thank
the
you, guys.
musicians, it helps the music scene, it keeps the venues going. Anything you can give helps us keep this moving forward. So Forever Fest is hopefully forever with your help. So give with your heart so that we can make art. You can find it at omela.com/o/HMVSN.
That's right, folks. Don't take it from us. Take it from the voice of God, who you're not seeing at this moment.
Yeah. So we partnered with Omela. I want to give a shout out to this company. They charge us 0 fees for your donations, and that's unheard of. I have looked and tested many different donation sites, and they will donate 100% of all the money you donate to us. And the way that they work their business is that if you want to also give them a tip, a little donation to them for not charging us for your donations, it helps them keep going, it helps us keep going, and seriously, there's nowhere else around like omela.com. So big shout out to Brett and everybody there at Omela. Hopefully you're watching tonight, and we want to say thanks again. So omela.com/o/HMVSN. That's the donation link. The QR code's in the upper corner there. So if you want to go ahead and open up the camera on your phone and just aim it right at that square there, it'll pop you up to the link for the donations. And tonight, anybody who can donate, anything you donate, you will get a sticker. And they're really cool 3-inch vinyl stickers. And I will bring up an image of them here in a little bit. But we're going to get back to one of the videos that I wanted to share tonight, and that is time for the mid-show snack. So we've got Chef Allison Lindsay, and I got the fortune to actually go and film her, and she made 3 different recipes. So we're going to have one of them tonight and a couple more to come in the next shows. And I tell you what, I love music, but after filming her set, she let me have a bunch of food, and I tell you what, I ate so good that night. Oh my gosh, what
Come
she
on,
made!
man, we're forced to eat fudge stripe
we got
cookies here. We're
crack
loving it.
just a
We're
bunch of
loving it, but
cookies
it's
over
nothing
here.
compared
Come
to
on,
this.
man, come on.
You're torturing us.
All right. So she made several different
No
recipes
sure
that
need for
day,
donation.
but-
Like,
Yeah.
evidenced by our crew.
Please donate. Please donate.
No, the donations are not for our cookies. The
Not for the
donations
cookies.
are to keep this cause going, to keep the people who have spent all kinds of time and effort in editing these videos and spending time with the artist and the artists themselves, and just to keep the ball rolling. There's costs associated with all of those things just to keep the website going. So we'd love some more fudge stripe cookies, and we'd love to try Chef Allison's cooking, and I'm sure you will too once you check it out here shortly. But thanks to the donors who have already donated.
Thank you.
To those who haven't, it's all good. If you find it in yourself,
not
to
too late.
Throw a little something out there to keep it going. That's great.
You can do it.
Pretty soon we're going to have some
You
awesome
can do it.
advertisers who are going to support the cause as well. So back to Spence, or the voice of God, to tell us what we got going on next.
Well, a lot of times what we have going on, I figure out as we all figured out together, and this is one of those cases. So, in an attempt
Go
to
with the flow.
go with the flow, I do want to give a shout out
Keep it in the pocket.
to my son Rowan and my wife Jevney, who are at home watching, and thank you so much for the support and understanding, and knowing that I spent the whole day away from you so that I could share this passion with everybody. And I just want to say I love you, and thanks for being there for me, and I can't wait to see you tonight. Hi, Rowan. All right. Moving on. I love my son, but I want to play some music, and I'm
Thanks for letting us have Spence for a while.
Yeah.
We love you too.
It's a rather there he is, the hand.
The hand.
The hand of God.
Well. It's
The hand of God.
That's
of
too much
all
pressure. Too much
cultural
pressure.
media.
Too much pressure.
But he's doing awesome. And he does sound
He
like
handles it
God or
well.
Barry White or some very
yeah.
some very moving voice back there.
So, why don't we play another video here while I figure out something else to do after that? So, I will have the video from Allison in just a minute as I pull that up. But first, I'm going to go ahead and play one from Salem Willard. I've got a chance to record him down at Mike's Music Barn, and he plays with different people around town, RP, really good. So I want you to check him out. This song is called Electric Rain, and it really kind of has a Daniel Johnston sound to me, but with a twist on it. So yeah, enough of me, and here's some of him.
Whoa.
Coming at you here shortly, folks. I wasn't ready for that one. Just like deer in the headlights. Yeah.
Hi. We getting anything?
I forget which one's which. Are we still on?
Mics are, but sorry about that.
Oh, okay. No.
A little technical difficulty here. Trying to do a little too much at the one time.
I was wondering about that. Oh, he's gone.
Pull it back up
Oh.
here.
Now he's gone.
So go back to the crew here. I'll get this
I was
queued up
like,
again.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, we know that guy.
I know who that guy is. I like that guy.
Last man. Well, pretty well everybody in
There he is
society.
again.
Oh, there he is.
We like him.
Yes, we do.
He's a good musician. Let's hear
Well,
him muse.
I think we could see. There we go now.
Soon.
Well, folks,
Soon he
we
will
are
muse.
seeing an image that you're not, and it is not as interesting.
There we go. It happened. I wondered how long it would take.
Well, pretty soon.
There it is.
I mean,
Complete total chaos.
play. I don't know.
So there was this guy.
And we knew him.
Here we go.
There
Here
he
we
is.
go.
Yes.
We have
All
movement,
right, here we
folks.
Well.
Right.
Been skipping in my head. Midnight at the Oasis. I thought for sure that I was dead. So I went to see a doctor. He said my thoughts should be a crime. He put a microchip up in me. Said now my boy will do just fine. And now I'm moving a little slower, trying to keep the shocks at bay. But Maria's still swinging. She never gave in to this craze. Meanwhile, the electric rain is pouring. Oh, it's glowing in our teeth. We're so happy for the freedom not to have to keep the meat. These days I feel much more connected. No more voices in my head, just the beeps of information about the techno tyranny. All the people on the streets walking single file lines. They've been rid of indecision, haunting the light of the cries. The motherboard is gonna melt me. Maddie's grooving in the blaze, yeah. We found the cure for dirty dancing. Microchip inside your brain, that's right. Meanwhile, the electric rain is pouring. Oh, it's going in our teeth. We're so happy for the freedom not to have to keep from need. just hold my cyborg hand. Space in between and this plastic world has gone insane. There ain't no space in between and this plastic world has gone insane.
Hello, Bloomington. This is Ben Fowler from the Jefferson Street Music Studio. We wanted to get on the screen here and tell you a little bit about what we're up to at the shop these days. Basically, the space has been used for me teaching a lot of my students through a camera, through webcam lessons since about mid-March. More recently, as the state has begun to reopen, we've been opening our doors to a handful of solo instrumental people who just need a place to practice their instrument. And we're beginning to do just a little bit of recording work as well. We've generally been trying to come back to some work that involves a very small number of clients at a time, where it's easy to approach it in a manner that feels safe enough to go forward. We do look forward to coming back to bringing families and students through, but it's going to be a process, and we're not quite sure when that's going to happen yet, but we are looking forward to returning to that when the time comes. For the time being, if you have any mixing work that you need help with, or if you and your band are looking to be recorded, we would love to talk to you and see if we can make a plan that works all around. A big thank you to the student body of the Jefferson Street Music Studio for continuing to keep us afloat through this time. And a big thank you to Spence Taylor for putting this event together on screen here. Thanks again.
Okay, change guitars real quick, and got one more for you. I'm gonna wrap up with kind of a silly song I wrote a while back. It's a scary world we live in, as anybody knows. There's every kind of trouble anywhere you go. So go out and bravely face it, or just stay here instead. Safe and warm and tucked in, snug here in my bed. Then a sudden realization, and I was filled with dread. My safety's an illusion, and I might soon be dead. See, there's a spider on the ceiling, hanging by a thread. A spider on the ceiling, he's just above my bed. Inch by inch, he's creeping a little closer to my head. The spider on the ceiling, he's right above my bed. I lay there frozen, just paralyzed with fear, wondering if I might escape or if my end was near. So I threw off the covers and I jumped out of bed. Tried to run but stubbed my toe and fell and cracked my head. See, it's a scary world we live in, as anybody knows. There's danger, danger, danger anywhere you There's that spider on the ceiling, still a-hanging by a thread. Spider on the ceiling, he's just above my bed. Inch by inch, he's creeping a little closer to my head. The spider on the ceiling, right above my bed. Well, it's been fun playing for y'all, this virtual concert. I hope we can get back out and play live music again the way it was meant to be played soon. Don't know if that's going to be the case, but we can hope. So y'all stay safe, be well, take care of yourselves.
All right, that was John Gilmore, and you should check him out on YouTube. And man, we've got more to come from him. He's phenomenal. I really, really, really enjoy the style of guitar, the tones that he creates, and the words that he's written. So it's a full package there. But I did finally also come up with the Forever Fest recipe from Chef Allison. So we'll go ahead and run that. Forever Fest roasted nuts.
Forever
Fest. If you could smell through the screen, this blew me away at the restaurant when she made it. So it was awesome. Here you go.
This is the Forever Fest Skillet Spiced Nuts, showcasing cashews, Spanish peanuts, curry powder, raw sugar, turmeric powder, garam masala spice, and salt. So in your skillet, you'll want to add some butter. You can also use any oil that you have on hand at home. I have the heat turned on to low, but we're going to crank it up to medium. Let the butter or the oil melt. Peanuts and your cashews. This recipe is also very versatile. If you don't like peanuts or you don't like cashews, you can simply use almonds or walnuts or pecans, hazelnuts. I've even made this using pepitas in the mix. So we'll just start mixing this around so it's coated with our butter. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit. And we're going to start throwing on our spices. So I'm going to start with some turmeric. This is about 1 to 2 teaspoons. Garam masala, and that's probably like 2 tablespoons. I really love garam masala, so I kind of go heavy on that. I'm not going to put in all of this curry, but I'm going to put in about a teaspoon. The nuts can burn really quickly if you are not paying attention. So it's one of those things, just be patient and kind of wait over the skillet and keep stirring every so often. You can also do this technique on a sheet tray in the oven. Just toss everything together and bake it in the oven. But right now it's so hot, you know, it's feeling like July weather. So I don't want to turn on my oven at home if I don't have to, so I love cooking everything on stovetop. to add more butter. This butter makes everything better. It'll take about 10 minutes at a medium to high heat to have a completed project here, but the nuts are getting really toasty. The spices are toasted. I can smell my butter turning into brown butter, which is one of my favorite things. So during this step, I'm going to go ahead and add my raw sugar. The reason why we didn't add sugar in the beginning was because it could burn before your nuts are even toasted. You can leave the sugar out as well to where it's more of just a straight up savory, not really like too sweet. We're going to go ahead and turn off our heat. Let it hang out. I'm going to sprinkle some salt on top. I like sprinkling the salt kind of on in two parts so that the salt granules can kind of melt down and dissolve in the mixture. And then when the mix is completely cooled, I add more salt so you have those nice salt crystals when you bite into the nut mix. So to allow the nut mix to cool completely, you want to remove it off of the heat source and out of the hot skillet. And the last of your salt. Scoop into a party bowl of choice. Ready to be enjoyed.
Wow. You guys, that tasted as good as it looked. Mm-mm. All right. Believe it or not, I am here.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah.
I've been over here
Spence
working it.
Taylor, folks, in effect.
Got my microphone feeding back a little. I do want to say thanks again to everybody for tuning in, being part of this. And I just can't believe how many people got behind me on all this and how much support I got and how many different people. Amy Dunn edited her tail off. I mean, she spent time and time and time on the videos, on editing, the promo, helping me with so much stuff, talking through it all. So huge shout out to Amy.
Many thanks.
We've got some music from her coming up on the show in a little bit. So I'm going to have Jeremy, Rick, and Pat tell you what breed Prana the dog is. So I'm going to pull up a picture, and I'm going to have everybody check it out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm perplexed myself.
Okay, well, I've seen this picture.
I have seen.
I've not seen this yet.
If you've not seen the picture,
this will
folks,
be new to me.
tune in.
I must confess,
I admit the dog does not look like a construction cone.
No dog knower of breeds am I. But I will say this, that this dog is amazingly similar to the same dog that was the dog in the Road Warrior, Mad Max 2. Very similar. I'm going to say it was almost got to be the same kind of breed of dog. Whatever dog that is. Now, I don't know, but that would be my guess. If
All right,
was
we got to
make a
get
guess
this up here.
on the breed of
I
this dog.
kind of felt like it was it had maybe a touch of chupacabra in it.
And if it's not,
Chupacabra?
if it's not the Mad
Yeah,
Max
well,
dog,
you judge for yourself.
I've seen the picture. It's the dog
I will
that
when I
appears
can
at the end
see
of the
it.
promo. If it's not the Mad Max dog, it should be. It should have been. It's just got movie look.
Well, I mean, I like all dogs,
Me
but I
too.
really like cool dogs. You know, so I've seen pictures. This is definitely a cool dog. We know that much. But beyond that,
The dog's got personality.
I mean, do
It's
we
a
really?
piranha dog.
You know, does it matter technically what type of dog? No, but like I think inquiring minds are trying to figure this out, and so we should too.
What about his coat? I would call that a brindle. Is that a brindle?
Brindle?
Can we get an image here? Can we get
to
a?
see this. Can't wait to see this.
Are they looking at us or are they looking
Folks,
at the cone?
we are.
This
There
is-
he is.
Oh, it's upside down.
He's gravitationally challenged.
So
Wow,
this
how we do
dog-
that?
I tell you what.
I'm telling. It's the Mad Max dog, right?
Throw your paws in the air like you just don't care. If you're a true player, come on now. Well,
No.
please stay tuned, folks. Please stay tuned.
Wouldn't it be funny if Ramsey was watching? If Ramsey was watching, Chris Ramsey, if you're watching, maybe you would like to send in your guess at what frequency cycle it is that's standing as a wave in the room right now, causing that particular. Definitely under 1,000.
So the image you folks are looking at right there, that's the darkest of holes. If you can see the cone, you're doing okay.
Yep. Is that the same dog?
That's not the same
Does
dog
not
that
look
was
like
in
the
the other
same dog to me.
photo. That's a fake piranha dog.
There's definitely a little chupacabra in that one.
He's a piranha.
That's definitely no shin nipper, folks. This is no shin nipper. This is a real dog.
Looks like a
He's a happy guy.
Alert.
very happy.
Very alert. It
Don't-
almost looks like a three-legged dog, which, believe it or not, folks, I
Almost thought
do
that
own.
too.
I have a three-legged dog named Ollie, and I love him very much. That dog right there has 4 legs, but part of the 4th one is being camouflaged by a dandelion or some sort of buttercup.
Mhm.
And if you really squint at it, it looks like a 3-legged dog.
But this is not a 3-legged dog. It is Prana and belongs to Em and Matt. And does anybody have a guess what kind of dog he is?
It's the Road Warrior dog.
It is
Drum roll, please.
a Dutch Shepherd. Dutch Shepherd, ladies and
Dutch
gentlemen.
Shepherd.
That's
All
right.
right.
Prana is
Wow.
a Dutch Shepherd. I had not known that before, but there
I
you
won't
go.
even come close to guessing that.
I know.
3-legged Dutch Shepherd.
No, 4-legged.
Oh, yeah, 4 legs.
I'm
4
sorry, I
legs.
see a 3-legged dog when I look at that.
Well,
I saw it too. I saw it too.
Just
oh,
look real
boy.
Bless his heart.
It's a beautiful dog. I
Beautiful
know that. It's
looking
a
dog.
smart-looking dog, a healthy-looking dog.
All right. Back, there's another picture, but
That can't be the same
That's
dog.
a yoga dog. He's on the yoga mat.
Oh, man,
that's
that's
the
not.
same
yoga
dog.
nerder.
Can't be the same dog. That
That's
dog looks
fake
like a pit bull.
piranha.
Prana, not Piranha.
Prana?
Yes, Prana.
That's
Sorry.
a
It's
lot
not
better.
a dog eating fish. It's a.
That's a fake piranha.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely not a piranha.
How about we put on some music again here?
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Thank
Stay
you.
tuned.
We've got another one coming up here, and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in again. So, how about a new song here from Matt Lundquist of Otto and the Moaner? It's called Tennessee Dream, And Matt's got a new album out, Deep Country Dream, and it's on Spotify and the website, and you can buy it and download it, share it, enjoy it. It's really cool. A lot of local musicians on there, and so I'll play this one for you, and we'll.
Right, this next one's called Tennessee Dream. Often I'd go wander down south one more time to see her again. Her ways were wild and her smile was free. Her charms were born of Tennessee. We'd take a walk along the river's curve, follow her down to the waterside, camp along the banks with an April wind blowing, huddling together, and we got that fire going. As we lay our bodies down on the cold hard ground, at one with all the wonders of creation, high above sycamore trees, moonlight shining on our Tennessee dream. A cool misty evening, spring is singing in celebration of life's mysteries. Tall shadows growing up and down these hills, above and below we feel the world go still. Clearly in the night sky I see a reflection of the heavens glowing in her eyes. Waves were wild, her smile was free, her charms were born of Tennessee. As we lay our bodies down on that cold hard ground, at one with all the wonders of creation, high above the sycamore trees, moonlight shining on our Tennessee dream. High above sycamore trees, moonlight shining on my Tennessee dream.
All right, so now you've got the cone on the screen right here, but let me switch this back over to the room here. Hanging out with my friends, listening to some awesome music. I am unmuting their mics so you can hear them too.
There we go.
What up,
there
what
we
up,
go.
everybody?
Yo, yo.
So that was Matt Lundquist of Otto and the Moaners.
Awesome stuff.
Just a
yeah.
great musician. So one of
Great
the
songwriter.
local musicians.
and really just a stand-up guy, like
All around.
so solid.
Stand up.
You should be able to go
like a
see
brother.
that dude live right now, but
my gosh.
thankfully we get to do this, you know. So
Yeah, and thanks
someday
to
soon we'll be doing the live thing.
So, you know, we've got more than just music on the show. This next one is poetry from David Waters and soundscapes from Aaron in the Wind. And this was one of the most unique films that I got to put together. I went out to Aaron's property with his dad, and my son and David Waters' son got to fish on the pond there, a bunch of baby goats, and we got to sit inside this really cool dome that Aaron built that's got flowers growing over it. So just a beautiful natural setting.
Wow.
And when you see this, it's very meditative and very peaceful, and so I'm really excited to share this with you. Let's go ahead and get this going. It's called A Declaration, and Soundscapes by Aaron in the Wind.
Music soothes your soul.
I will not falter in my love for you, will not stumble when you call on me. For you I will become bear and eagle, for you I will become salmon and muskrat. For you I will become thunder and lightning, rain and hail, blizzard and scorching heat. For you I will not falter. For you I will become a whisper and trumpet's call. For you, I will walk on tiptoes and stomp down halls. For you, I will bare all my teeth, heart blazing, eyes wide, fearless in my love for you. For you, I will turn my face, blushing in my love for you. For you, I will not stumble. For you, I will become the rose and the thorn. For you, the axe and the tree it fells. For you, the dawn and deepest night. For you, I will become birdsong and earthquake. For you, both the honey and the bee. Beloved, for you, I will become anything you need me to be. Anything to remind you of your own preciousness.
So make sure you go and check out aaronandthewind.com. And there's so much information there that will give you a way to get a hold of Aaron, and he's got private sessions he can set up with people, and the soundscapes he offers are just amazing. I've got a video where he talks a little bit about the instruments that he uses, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and play a song from Rick Nagy now. Rick is the only guitar teacher I've ever had. He taught me well. I got a few lessons as a gift for Christmas one year, and I went and took them, and he was awesome, and I got started, and I still don't play that well. I don't play as well as Rick, but he helped me get going, and he's an all-around good guy, and he's a great musician, so he plays with the Blue Diesel Ramblers around honky tonk nights sometimes and different things, so local favorite of mine. So here is some Rick Nagy.
I'm Rick Nagy, helping out my friend Spence Taylor, who's created Forever Fest. It's to help out local musicians, local venues, create an online community that's going to help out a lot of people, so I hope you all can give. Here's an old song of mine. All right, here's an old song of mine called Barstool Number 9. I heard that you've been asking about me, so I thought that I would drop you a line. I'm doing just fine on Barstool Number 9. I made this bar stool my home since you made me leave the one that I own. But I found peace of mind on Barstool Number 9. There's 10 bar stools and 9 new friends in my neighborhood. The misery stops when an elbow bends. In here it would seem living is good, 'cause Jack Daniels and Jim Beam, my buddies from Kentucky and Tennessee, they treat me real kind on Barstool Number 9. Well, I pay my rent one glass at a time, and it's whiskey, beer, tequila, and wine. There's no lease to sign on Barstool Number 9. So if you come looking for me, well, check underneath the neon high life sign. That's where you'll find Barstool Number 9. I said Number 9. I'll be spending some time on Barstool Number 9.
Yeah, Rick Nagy, everybody. So, man, just a good dude, good songwriter. He even gifted a song of his to the Hammer and the Hatchet, and so that's what it's all about. It's community, it's art, it's people giving, it's people caring, it's people making things with their passion, really. And with your support, we can do more of that. So check out the link. Go donate if you can. If not, share this far and wide. We're going to get some sponsors going too, and see where we can take all this, on forever. So we'll be back next Saturday at 7. We've got some more of the show coming up here, and I'm going to play one of my favorite ones. It's Amy Dunn's video, and she has a small waterfall on her property, and she filmed it there, and it's just not even fair how cool it is. So, she's, just one of those things, So, anyway, here's some Amy. Yeah, thank you, Amy, for everything.
I'm feeling it. I don't know if the sun's gonna come out, but it's all right. Are we we all rolling? All right. Hey, my name's Amy Dunn. I'm going to play some songs for you. This first one is Devil's Breakfast Table. Was she a ghost? I saw her walking up on that cliff we all had climbed. She was a ghost. I saw her walking, jumped off the edge, left it all behind. She was an empty shell of a woman, left her man and lost her life. She was a hollow, lonely woman. Mercury ran 105. At the devil's breakfast table, plates and bowls set out for you. One would leave broken hearted, the other would bust in two. All I know, I felt her leaving, wash of fear on that drive. The Meadow King 10 times stood still. I watched the light leave her body behind. At the devil's breakfast table, hot as hell in Tennessee. At the devil's breakfast table, two ghosts sitting next to me. Two ghosts sitting next to me. Was she a ghost? I saw her walking. All right, thank you. This next song is an Appalachian tune I wrote about funeral traditions in my family. Stretch me out on the laying board when my time comes. There's no use in crying, there's work to be done. The gals will pick out my dress and make sure y'all eat. The children will pick the flowers that'll lay over me. Tie me down on the laying board so I'll rest still. Cover up the cool. This next song I have for you was written in the 40s by my great-grandfather, Charlie Bug, and it's called Ode to the Discarded Road. Mind of man, why do you fail? Off to Marcus and Doom Trail, and in the changes hard to wail. The loss of precious time. The road was made to fill a need that foresight often will not heed. To get there first, we need more speed. So last the road must go. The mark was there for time to hide, with the graves of men along its sides, to remind us of these struggling tides. We know they did not fail. Today we too must blaze a trail for men to follow, bless or wail. And you be doubly careful now. Do not fail. The trail you mark, it'll show. The trail you mark, it'll show. Oh, it'll show. All right, thanks for listening. Take care, everybody.
Hey. Oh, that was Amy Dunn. And incredible. Love the sound, the nature. Huge shout out to Amy for all of her help with this entire project and the last one we put together, a project called Hagfest. Joe Mascherette out there in TV land, Joe's Truck Stop, and he put together a fest for Merle Haggard, and we had that produced, and Amy worked her tail off for that, and she worked her tail off for this, and I just want to say thanks, Amy. So after that, though, we're going to go to a little bit different speed of music here. We're going to play a new one from Milk Walker. They played out at Stable Studios quite a bit. These guys are a little bit younger, and they had high energy. It's a trio. And what's really impressive is they also recorded everything themselves and mixed it all, and it sounds phenomenal. So there's a little shout out to Stable Studios and then some Milk Walker. So coming up.
Coming at ya.
Watching us from the sky, those that bring forth the end time, see the woods for the trees, bringing people to their knees. Fire falls from the sky, it's the son of the end time, falls from the sky, here to rain till the end of time. Ash and dust for the trees. People get up at their knees. Raise your fist to the sky. Put your home up the empire. As the rain fill the sea. Been up begging for mercy. Be my angel. Call to me. I could step out. I think that said I think I need a little something. Be my angel. Call to me. I could step out. I think that I said that I've been through the mud, yeah, and that's on my bones. We got evil up in court, but I said that baby, I think it's that time. Said it's half time now, but when I come on. Take anything you want from me. I will give my time to you and no one else. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna try and make you see. So Lord, take anything you want from me. I will give my time to you and no one else. my time to go. So you and no one else. 'Cause yeah, going up in my eyes. Let me out the tunnel. I'm gonna say what I can say. Oh, everything I want said it's gonna be bad. Now I'm getting my time to go. So you and no one else. Come here, but you can watch me bleed. Yeah, take that much to keep you satisfied. Yeah. Pick me up, I'm gonna ride to the surface. Yeah, pick me up, but you can watch me drown. After the girl with love in her eye. Yeah, Papa, now with a man I'm mine. Pick me up, I'm gonna ride to the surface. Yeah, pick me up, and you can tear me down and give me a little love. Let's go away. No sense in making the same mistake. Oh, I've been thinking. Let's go away, but I've been waiting too long. Been around the world too many times. I'm now the man I'm mine. Thought them girls and I was nervous. Then I found I'm gonna give you some and give a little love. Let's go away. No sense in making the same mistake. No, I've been thinking. Let's go away, but I've been waiting too long. watch me bleed. It'll take that much to keep it satisfied. Yeah. Let me up, I'm on a ride to the surface. Let me up, you can tear me down and give me a little love. Let's go away. No sense in making the same mistake. No, I've been thinking. Let's go away, but I've been waiting too long.
Everybody doing out there?
What up, what up?
Watch out for the
Oh my gosh. Milk Walker, ladies and gentlemen, out of Terre Haute.
We all needed a little bit of that.
Oh my gosh.
What an amazingly talented group that was, huh?
Yeah, you can check them out on Facebook and their website, Milk Walker. Again, they are releasing that music as an EP tomorrow. They were gracious enough to film it and then be patient till we got this broadcast. So
Thanks, Milk Walker.
Big shout out to Milk Walker,
Awesome.
Jackson, Colin, Nathan. Little story you guys probably don't know about Nathan. I know we're running short on time, but I'll tell you anyway. So I had a show, and it's called Live from LHP Studio, and I've only done a couple episodes, and he was the first one to come out and do it. And so we have a good episode. He does great. He plays. He sings. It's amazing. Answers all my weird questions. Does a great job. And then what's he do after he leaves? He goes home and he proposes to his girlfriend, and now they're engaged.
Congrats.
And yeah. And so I'm not really sure how we can top that with the second guest, but congrats to both of you.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Spread the love.
Oh yeah.
Lifetime forever.
So check out Milk Walker. Unbelievable talent.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Heck yeah. I just wanted to also talk a little bit about what we're doing here tonight and what we're doing here in general. We're kind of winging it as we go, but the general plan is to support music, arts, culinary arts, anything that inspires the local community here. We want to be able to take the footage that we can record for them and produce it and put it out for them to help spread the word of what they are doing. In order to do that, it does take quite a bit of time, and it takes quite a bit of equipment. And so there's a lot of expense that kind of goes behind that. And so if you can donate anything to help in any way, even if it's just your time, if you have talents you want to share with us, if you have skills you want to share with us, if you want to volunteer to help with the website, if you want to volunteer to run the camera, if you want to do anything on those levels, get involved. I could really use the help. I've got an awesome team here with me tonight. I went out and filmed all kinds of amazing people doing all kinds of amazing stuff, and I really wanted to show you so much more tonight than what I'm going to get to. But that's why we'll be back next Saturday for an hour. Every Saturday, we'll produce a show. We'll put it out. Local arts going out to everybody. But if you can, donate through that Omelo link and give a little so we can give a little so we can all get a lot. I love every one of you out there. Don't stop believing. And before we go, I do have a couple more to play. One of them is from Greg Moore. And so Greg agrees to meet me downtown for a video shoot. And I want to do it in front of the Bishop, one of the awesome local venues here. And Greg's played there quite a bit. And so it made sense. Let's do it in front of the Bishop. So we get down there. And I vividly remember this tree in this shady area, and there is nothing, and it was blazing hot, and we melting to the point where even my flip-flops got too hot to stand in, but Greg stayed in there, and oh my gosh. We finally just had to cut it and go, but I wanted to share one of his videos. I wanted to share a lot of his videos. We've got more of them to come for the next week or two. There was just more content than I could share. But I want to thank everybody. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. So let me get this.
Get you some.
Oh, yeah. It's called.
Everybody's looking for someone to frame, pointing their fingers without any shame. Does a place exist like I'm looking for, where there is some good left at the core? I like to think I'll find some harmony somewhere. What's the point in trying? It's just no use. I'll go into a bunker and shut the hatch. And when I come out, this will all be in the past. I like to think I'll find some harmony with it. Maybe in a ghost town I can live with them. Ready to be struck upon a box, standing in a puddle of gas, just waiting to be struck upon a box. But I don't leave my house for days at a time, peeking outside through cracks in the blinds. Things I once detested, I'm starting to miss. It feels like anything would be better than this. I like to think I'll find some harmony somewhere. Maybe in a ghost town I can find somewhere. I like to think I'll find some harmony with it. Maybe in a ghost town I can live with it. I can live with
Oh, yeah, that was Greg Moore down in front of the Bishop playing on one of the hottest days of the spring this year, melting me down. But it was beautiful to hear him play. I loved every song. And I want to say thanks, Greg, for all you do for the community at Noisy Chairs Recording Studios. So I'm going to play another song now. I left the cone up for that reason. Here comes the next one. I don't know if the audio quality is quite where I want it, but the song was so darn good I got to share it. It's Carpenter and Clerk with Pat Fiddle and Devin Brown, and it's one of Pat's new songs, Silver and Gold, and it got stuck in my head, and I bet it gets stuck in yours too. So
This is a
here
new
you go.
song that Pat Fiddle brought to us, and we're happy to show it off to you.
One, it's called Silver and Gold. 1, 2, 3. I like silver and gold. I like black and white. I like hot and cold. In the morning and the night. I like to add and subtract. I like it wet and dry. I can feel your love multiply and divide. Love you when you're sweet, when you're sour. I love to love your love for seconds and hours. I love your fire. I love your eyes. Love you when you're mean and when you're nice. I've been north and south. I've been east and west. I felt the sun
All right, that was Carpenter and Clerk and Pat Fiddle and Devin Brown down at the Switch Yard in the backyard there, a kind of a famous house concert venue, much like Hondo House, but in a different way. So I want to thank you all for joining us. It's so hard to believe that we've only got 7 minutes left of the show, but I'm going to go ahead and play you another one from that same day. It's Carpenter and Clerk with Pat Fiddle and Devin Brown, and it's called Poor Folks, and I hope you enjoy this one as much as I do.
1, 2, 3, 4. Poor folks clean the rich folks' floors so they can't afford to go home till they get those floors soaked with water and red soap stains your hand and you hope you never end up dead broke living where you stand. Rich folks, they tell me that the poor folks can't afford the high hopes of having all the land, so they take it from the old folks, turn it into gold boats, float around like old souls, taking all they can. You can't tell me not to. You can't tell me not to, 'cause I can. You can't tell me not to. You can't tell me not to, 'cause I can. Oh, you. Oh, I'm a big fan. I really think that you can. Anything you want, man. All you need are big hands, money and a suntan, family you hate and willingness to command anyone to listen. Just tell them that it's all good. Tell them that they all should do whatever you would do to get ahead. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me not to. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me not to.
You see that everything's going my way, and then the pendulum started to sway. You try to catch it 'cause the door's gonna close. You try to hide it but everyone knows. So you listen to your favorite songs and decide what you want wrong. Oh well, you made every choice until now, or is it the other way around? Whoa. Let's go. Whoa, let's go. Yeah, 7 other days of the week, and 7 other days on my knees. Oh, and I thought I got a little bit stronger. Oh, and I thought that I could hold out longer. Oh, but the blues get a little bit deeper, and the wounds never get any smaller. Oh, when I somewhere lay in the tree, living and sleeping a dream. Whoa, whoa, let's go. Whoa, whoa, let's go. Come on, Johnny.
Yeah, I like it.
Focus.
It's fun.
There it is. That was Scott Curry playing with the dirt car, and that was Carpenter and Clerk, Tim Baker and Scott Curry. Basically, I feel like they're my best friends that I didn't know until recently, and their music has inspired me in so many ways. And Tim is incredible at he's carpenter. He builds all kinds of stuff, and he built the stage out at the Hood Holler, and like without him, there's no way we could have done that. So super big shout out to both of them, Tim and Scott. And it's almost 10 o'clock, and it's time for us to roll. But the show will go on forever. So join us if you